You have heard very interesting approaches coming from very different countries, but they have a lot in common. First of all, we do not see many weak points. Second thing, we find that almost impossible is possible. You only have to try. But you were all talking about grown-up people. So to add to it, I would like to say that in Poland, one day we decided to have an inventory of financial education because we thought that we need some financial education for our citizens. And we ended up with a report of over 200 pages and over 200 different programs for different groups of people. But what we found was really astonishing. The majority of the programs were for children and for students. And there were fewer programs for adults. Why? Maybe because, first of all, when we have our families, first we think about the future of our children, and secondly, we think about ourselves. We developed, among all those programs we developed two programs, one for primary school and one for the secondary school, where first we teach children how to save, but also how to plan, how to spend the money, how to make the decisions, what should be bought, when and why, how you should use your resources, and how you should save to buy one day when you really need it. The second program at the secondary school is a program teaching how to be present on the financial market, how to talk to the bank, how to invest your money, what your money should be invested in, how to use the stock exchange, how to read different financial statements, how to invest in the pension funds, which is also important. Why are we doing it? Because we think that first of all, if you invest in children, you invest in their future, but you also invest in your future. Second thing, when we talk children at school, we do not make a difference between low-income families and well-off families. But all those children who learn at school, they take the knowledge home, and sometimes they teach their parents, and sometimes they teach the uncles and the grandparents. So sometimes they help the grown-ups avoid problems, even now and not in the future. The programs are delivered by different foundations and NGOs. We have the central bank involved in them. And what is important is that if you have any programs where you have financial education, you have to keep in mind that it has to be long-term. Because any of the programs, I have not asked the colleagues here, but any of the programs, if it's short-term, then it finishes after 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years, and there is nothing after. So what is important is to plan solutions that would be long-term, so that you can cover more and more people in it. To finalize what we have discussed here, I would like to say that saving is very important, but a forgotten product. And it's high time to remind it to the adults. And it's high time to teach our children about it. Why is it important to ask the policymakers to be involved in the programs? First of all, because it has been said here before, I have noted it, that if you plan, if you save, you become independent. You become responsible for what you are doing, so you become a responsible citizen. If people get in trouble and they have to use the social aid, then the policymakers have to deal with it too. So this is one of the most important reasons why the policymakers, both at national and at the European level, should get more interested in the issue of saving for different groups of people, and why they should try to make it more fashionable to save, because they speak to the media almost every day, and they can sell this idea to them. So it's not only the decisions as such, but it's some kind of promotion that is important in this case.